like to thank the Gallical people for sharing the land. Hello, sky. Hello, friends. Hello, me.
And I think one of the first pieces that drew my attention to Halliday Engineering and their maritime industry and naval experience was a citation from the United States Navy in their office for the work they did repairing a United States warship during World War II. So their history goes back just that far in Navy, but in the maritime industry back to 1852.
I feel that 170 years needed to be marked by something special. It is a tip of the hat to all that have gone before us. To everyone else in the room tonight that has contributed to the Halliday story, Luke and I thank you.
The early days were different for us. Rob worked for the company. His Pop was a sensational man. You would have loved Pop. At Christmas, he would dress up as Santa and ride on the back of one of the work trucks, no OH&S in those days. And they'd go to Lane Cove National Park where all the employees would be waiting anxiously for him to give every child a present. It was fantastic. We had very, very fond memories of those occasions.
As a lad, I always wanted to work for my grandfather on ships. I remember going down into the old workshop down the laneway, and it was black inside, and every machine had like a little light, which looks like a candle to me, on the machinery. From 1965 to 2014, I worked in the marine industry, and believe you me, I've seen such dramatic changes, people wouldn't believe.
170 years later, here we are today. You remain intrinsically linked to the Royal Australian Navy and fundamental to our ability to deliver a defence capability to Australia. Halliday's long history of support to the Australian Navy goes back to World War I and earlier, and that support to the Royal Australian Navy has continued unbroken to today. Whenever our ships have had problems on deployment and we have needed someone to go and help, Halliday has stepped up. You have supported us in Townsville, Cairns, Darwin, Christmas Island, Auckland, and other locations on numerous occasions.
When I was commissioned to produce a 170-year history of Halliday Engineering, I felt both the weight of the responsibility and the immense trust placed in me to faithfully record the Halliday Engineering story, the history of Australia's oldest engineering firm and one of the oldest continuing companies in Australia.
Tonight we get to look in the rear-vision mirror. Tonight we look back. Before we go on any further, let's look back at the hill that we just crossed before we start to drive up the next one. The proudest moment for me is I get to steer with Trent this business into the future, but I also get to look back and I also get to say thank you, and I also get to pay my respects to the people that have served us before now.
Happy 170th Halliday Engineering.
Congratulations on 170 years. I am certain there will be many more great years to come. Have a fantastic evening and keep doing what you are doing because it matters. Thank you.